10 American families, $1,000 a month for a year. You just told me, regardless if you stay in this race or not. What's the reason why you did that? I don't know if Mayor Pete attacked you for it, but he sort of portrayed it a little bit as a stunt. Was it a stunt?
It's actually the most powerful illustration of what this campaign's all about, which is putting economic resources into Americans' hands and seeing that we can solve our own problems. I've been giving a freedom dividend for months to people around the country already. And Kyle Christensen, who I just saw in Iowa, he lives in Iowa Falls taking care of his mom who's recovering from cancer. So he told me when I saw him that he spent some of the money on a guitar. And now he's playing shows for the first time in years. He was beaming when he told me. He seems like a new person. So for him, it was a guitar. For Jody, it's car repairs. For Mallory, it's going back to school. That's what the Freedom Dividend is all about, is solving our own problems.
Nobody can fault you for not having a lot of fresh ideas, new ideas. Your critics are saying, how are you going to pay for all of this?
Well, it's very hard to pay for something if you have a trillion-dollar tech company like Amazon closing 30% of our stores and malls and paying zero in taxes. Very similar, the same with Google, Facebook, Netflix, Uber. Some of the biggest winners in the 21st century economy are paying zero or near zero in taxes. So if we give the American people our fair share, even a tiny slice of every Google search, every Facebook ad, every Amazon sale, and every robot truck mile, we can generate hundreds of billions of dollars in revenue very, very quickly.
You've gotten some buzz on the campaign trail, but the reporting about your rallies, about your supporters, mostly men, mostly young people, but the voters you also need to sort of win this nomination, the elderly, women. How do you attract them? How do you bring them into your tent as well?
I'm happy to say the Yang Gang is growing by leaps and bounds.
The Yang Gang.
Yeah, we're expanding beyond any of the demographics you just named. And if you come to one of our rallies this week, you'll see it's people from all over the map in terms of background and ideology.
If people watching this, this may be the first time they see you. They saw you on the debate stage. They're learning about you. You're having a lot of fun on the internet. You just told me you're the king of the internet. There's a lot of great memes. But how can people take you seriously? Why should people take you seriously?
Well, the reason we're growing, the reason why I'm one of only 2 candidates whose campaign has been growing consistently this whole time is I'm calling out the problems the American people can see around us all the time. If I go to Iowa or New Hampshire, Ohio, and I say, hey, have you noticed stores closing near Main Street? They say yes, and I say, why is that? And they say Amazon. You know, and they can see it. They can see the fact that pretty soon cars and trucks will be driving themselves. What's that going to mean for the 3.5 million Americans who drive a truck for a living, or the millions of Americans who work in truck stops, motels, and diners around the country? So I'm talking about very, very serious problems that unfortunately are going to get more serious in the days and months to come.
Andrew Yang, we thank you for your time. Good luck out there on the campaign trail.
ABC is the bomb. You guys are the best.
Hey, we'll take that. I want to go up to Mary Bruce.